Welcome back to Troy's remote work video series. This is episode 2, talking about what kind of work you can do remotely. As a reminder, in episode 1, I talked about my remote hardware setup. So I'm sitting here again in my travel trailer. I've got my light laptop, I've got my second external display, I've got my Bluetooth number pad and my Bluetooth mouse, and I'm ready to get to work. Now, what type of work can I do? Most important thing to remember here is whether the work you want to get done requires internet access or doesn't. Work that doesn't require internet access is, for instance, you've got files, Word documents, Excel spreadsheets stored on your local laptop. So it's in a folder on your laptop. You can access it when you're not connected to your office, and you can work on those and save them back to that local file folder. In some cases, depending on what your setup is like, you may have the ability to do that with a shared folder that you've got in your office that syncs locally to your laptop, and then when you get back to the office, that document syncs back up again. But that really depends on your setup. You can also work on most modern email platforms, such as Microsoft 365 or Google Workspace, remotely without an internet connection. However, all you can do is view mail that's already in your inbox, and you can create draft emails that are ready to send, but you have no capability to send because you're not connected to the internet. I do that a lot. Without an internet connection, it gives me the ability to go through my inbox, delete emails that I know aren't important, move some things into folders in my email, and then when I get back to the office, all of that syncs up to the internet. Now, what kind of work can you get done when you get that connection to the internet, or you are connected to the internet? Now you're able to actually send and receive emails. You can work in documents that are shared in the cloud. So maybe you're using Microsoft 365's platform for cloud file storage. Maybe you're using Google Workspace. You can get to either one of those platforms with an internet connection. You can also get to cloud-based applications such as QuickBooks Online, HubSpot, Salesforce. There's, depending on your situation and what you're doing, there's tons of cloud-based applications, but you need if it's cloud-based, you can pretty much guarantee that you need an internet connection to be able to access those applications when you're not in the office. And then the last thing is, if you're running a piece of software or an application that's hosted in your office. So, for example, in my office, we use a line of business application that runs our business. It's called ConnectWise. That ConnectWise application sits on a server in my data center in my office. So I need to have an internet connection to be able to access that line of business application. So there's an example of something you need an internet connection for. In the next episode, I'm going to talk a little bit more about how do you get to the internet when you're working at these remote locations, such as I am in Steep Rock, Manitoba. So we'll see everybody again for episode 3, and thanks.